All right, so at this time we'll be kicking off. Once again, I'd like to welcome you all to today's webinar session. We have quite a number of others that are joining, so we'll just expect them as we proceed with the webinar. So first of all, I'd like to specially welcome you to this webinar, Digital Transformation in Real Estate, Revolutionizing Agency Operations. Just a minute. Yeah, so my name is Travis Uche, and I'm the president of Landest CMS. We are so delighted to have you join us today as we explore the profound impact of digital transformation on the real estate industry. At Landest.co, we are committed to fostering innovation and excellence in real estate operations. And today's session is a testament to that mission. And as technology continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace, it brings with it a plethora of opportunities and challenges, of course. And so the real estate sector is known prior to now for its traditional practices, but right now it's undergoing a remarkable shift, towards digitization. And this transformation is not merely a trend, but a fundamental change. It's necessary for the future of the sector, to promise and enhance efficiency, improve client experiences, and drive sustainable growth. So today we're privileged to have a distinguished expert, the president of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, the distinguished Prince Akintoye Adeoye, who will share his insights, experiences, and strategies for navigating this digital revolution. So from leveraging data analytics to financial solutions to improve customer buying experience and trust, credibility within the space, and also adopting emerging technologies. So our speaker will cover a wide range of topics that are reshaping the future of real estate. So I encourage you to participate actively, ask questions and engage in discussions throughout the webinar. The webinar is just for about an hour. We've already kicked off, so in the next 45 minutes we should be done. So this is an excellent opportunity to learn. It's also an excellent opportunity for you to network and gain valuable knowledge that can be applied to your own operations. So once again, I thank you for being here with us today, and of course we're excited to embark on this journey of digital transformation with you, and we look forward to a productive and inspiring session. So at this time, I believe we can get started. So I'd like to invite a colleague, Uten Ita, to give us a general overview on the roadmap of Landest, and then of course the things that we have in store for this session. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everybody. Please, can you confirm you can hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, hello, everyone. Welcome once again to the first edition of our webinar. We really appreciate you being here. So here is a brief on the host company, Landest. So simply put, we are the operating system for real estate. So now, just imagine having a complete digital toolbox, for managing every aspect of your real estate development project. Landest goes beyond just being a platform, right? The complete infrastructure designed to develop your agencies. Now, we empower your agencies by providing you with a custom mobile app. This would allow you to cater to your investors, your customers, your agents, and partners all in one place. You also get a powerful developer portal where you can manage properties, investment, and purchases seamlessly. So, like I said earlier, we go beyond just being a platform, right? And we identified and would like to address four core challenges and market opportunities for developers. The first being purchase management, investment management, financing, and agent management. So, with Landest, purchase management is basically made easy. So, your customers can find properties, book inspections, and submit applications all on their mobile app. You, as an agency, on the other hand, you can manage these properties, bookings, and payments from a centralized platform. Then investment is simplified. So investors basically have access, right, to investment portfolios, including a co-investment pool and single investment options, so they can manage their virtual wallet and also track ROI. All of this is done within the app. So with the co-investment pool, it basically allows investors to participate in a larger project with in larger projects rather with lower initial investment. Then, as an agency, on the other hand, you can onboard your investors, you can track payments, and manage payouts with ease. For financing solutions, your customers get pre-qualified for financing based on the information captured within Landest, right? So your agency, on the other hand, it can offer financing options for a wider range to your potential buyers. Then you can also empower your agents by tracking their agent performance, milestones, and commissions seamlessly through the platform. So overall, we streamline your workflow and centralize your data, giving you the control that you need to and to succeed rather, and also for you to do more. Now I will move on to introducing our guest speaker. He is not a new name in the space. He is Mr. Prince Akintoye Adeoye. He is the current president of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, and he was elected as the fifth president of REDAN and officially took office in March 2024. Prince Adeoye, he brings a wealth of experience and strong commitment to fostering unity among stakeholders in the real estate sector. In his acceptance speech, he had emphasized his dedication to propelling the real estate sector and the nation forward. So, assuring his commitment to leading by rules and involving all members in his administration. So, let's make a warm welcome to the National Redan President.
Excellent. So we're so glad and happy to have you with us today, sir. So at this time, we'll be taking the first lecture session with the Redan president. So at this time, we'd like for you to just be tuned in and wait there.
My name is Prince Akintoye Adeoye, the President and the Chairman of Council of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. Digital integration into real estate is application of digital technologies fundamentally into real estate transactions. I call it a game changer because it transforms end-to-end real estate value chain, customers relationship, customer relations management, payments, construction, titling. So it just cut across everything, fundraising, providing channel for funding mortgages. It's huge.
So, sir, could you please share some the current challenges that are being faced by real estate companies and how, with the integration of digital systems, how it can lend a hand?
Real estate, as we all know, is a very, very capital intensive business. And financing has always been a major challenge. But today, through technological tools, we can do crowdfunding. We can raise money, not very easy, but it creates that avenue, that opportunity. For that guy that has 1 million naira that is not using it now, he can invest into a project of billions of naira or dollars, which ordinarily he alone can never own the project. He can be a partner through such financing opportunity. Also, in the area of getting subscribers and off-takers for our projects, digital tools has come handy to help in this area. Also in the area of mortgage, today through digital tools. It's money to finance a mortgage as long as the return on investment is very good. People are ready to do long-term investments. And more than ever before, technology is helping developers and finance institutions to have a better reach of getting money. And this has really helped developers in a very big deal. Also, diasporas, deployment of digital tools has really helped, because in the past, you will agree with me that that information space is very narrow. But today, the information space is wider, and wherever you are in the world, you can Google real estate market or market available or products available in a particular market in any part of the world, and you'll be surprised with the number of properties available, and you can take it up from there. One thing that I know about that market, diaspora market, is they leverage heavily on digital tools. In fact, if you discuss anything with them, the next thing they are going to do is to go on the internet. And that has really helped, because one, developers are now trying their best to provide quality products. Because now most developers don't have access to the World Wide Web. So it has created choices for that market. The market has become very competitive. And the best thing you can do to help yourself is to actually provide the quality that will attract the market. It is also good to know that the era of shabby practices is gradually being narrowed down, because now on the web, you have to review. If you Google my name now, if I'm a fraudulent person, it will show. Because we will see somebody somewhere that has duped, that will do a review of my credentials. And if I'm a good developer, the same thing, there will be testimonials for that. And that has really helped that diaspora markets. And today, some developers are selling very well, while some people are being affected because, in fact, I met a developer that has turned a new leaf, but the challenge is having now is how to erase the bad review of his products. You know? So we are being careful generally.
How can real estate developers leverage digital systems and tools in order to improve trust, credibility, and transparency?
When you see a bad person, it's not written on his forehead. And when you see a good person, it's not written also on his forehead. So we know that people are good or people are bad through their actions. And in the past, those actions, people affected, they don't have accurate way of expressing it. But today, we have some way of expressing it. And that is through providing review on the person or on the product. And this is a core advantage that digital tools have provided for off-takers and for subscribers. Subscribers, I mean people buying our products. The trust we are talking about, trust to the developer and trust of his products, and both work together. Internet has really helped to sieve bad developers from good developers, people that are fraudulent from people that are trustworthy. We are not yet there. It's a growing sector. We are not yet there. It's a growing sector. But every day I think there is improvement, and it's helping people to now even put themselves and organize themselves in a way that nobody wants to toy with his name. It's not as easy as this country like how it used to be in the past.
How can digital tools make real estate operations smoother, especially in handling of purchases, managing agents, and even overseeing investments?
There's more transparency now than in the past. In the past, we are operating in the dark. But you will agree with me that when you throw light into a space, it will reduce wrongdoing within that space. And that is what digital tools has helped us to accomplish. In the past, you can change the price of your product 5-7 times and nobody can hold you to it. But today, what you said 5 years ago, somebody will pull out that same thing right away, that this is what you said, this is what you advertise, this is what you promise. So it's you now arguing against yourself, and it's so embarrassing. So digital tools has really helped in the area of transparency, which used to be a challenge. It has helped in the area of conflict. It has narrowed down conflict because things that used to cause disagreement, the market is getting mature every day. There are digital tools now that even in your costing, in your pricing, they give you accurate product prices on daily basis. You can rely on your bill of quantities and you can appraise it, you can update it, even on daily basis. And that has really helped developer. Before now, I have to call the guy in the market to ask for the latest price of particular material. But today I don't need to call them again. And we have project management tools, and they're already in the space too, that you can manage your project with high level of certainty and accuracy.
So far, how has digital technology impacted real estate operations? What benefits can developers gain from solutions like Landest?
This question is very interesting because people in my age that were active in the days of analog, when we see the excitement in our operations today that digital tools have brought in, you know, just like I said before, it's like you were in the dark room and suddenly you saw light. And when we're in the dark, your visibility is very minimal. But because this room has lights, I know where the AC is, I know where the TV is, I know where you are sitting, I know where the camera is. Just the context lights. That is the way I can just describe the advantage technology has provided. The impact of digital technology into our sector, real estate sector, is huge, is big, is indescribable. For people in my age that were in the industry during the analog age, and when you compare it with what is happening now, it's like we were operating in the dark room. The children of today will understand what it takes photographers in the olden days to go into the dark room to go and watch their films before they will now come outside. That was how we were operating then. Now it's like digital technology now has brought light into the room. and the room now, there is more visibility. Digital technology has really helped us in a tremendous way. And I want to appreciate Landest for joining the queue. Landest, to the best of my knowledge, will be helping developers in so many areas. We are talking about off-takers. We are talking about crowdfunding, financing, end-to-end management of your own projects. Landest will become a go-to platform. Let me use Landest as an example of digital tools available in the market today. Landest has applications for real estate financing, crowdfunding, purchase management. The three things I just mentioned to any developer in any space throughout the whole world, the three are core and very, very important. Landest application will solve real estate financing. Developers are looking for funds that are patient, funds that are not so much in a hurry, and funds that is not neck squeezing. I know that crowdfunding will anytime, anything do that for you. Any platform that will raise or generate fund for your project through crowdfunding anytime, any day is a way to go. Because project financing challenges, particularly in Africa, and when you now come to Nigeria, where the cost of funds is as high as 40%. You know that digital technology tools that can crash that for you will be like a good friend. And when you look at purchase management, irrespective of the size of the project, that is a place that you want to keep your eyes and you want to be sure that it doesn't go wrong at all. And as long as you are keeping your eye on it, in this time and age, you cannot do manual work there again. So Landest introducing this into their platform, I think is something that we are going to embrace anytime, any day.
Regarding emerging technologies, are there any roles that you foresee it playing in shaping the future of real estate agency operations?
If you look at blockchain technology, if you look at 3D construction modules, even power management, even house management, emerging technologies around construction methodology, emerging technology around finance, emerging technology around property, even home management. These are already, not in the future, already impacting the sector. So today we have smart homes, and the thing is, even the people that are not very rich, they want one or two things to become smart in their homes. And with the deployment of solar technology and inverter systems, people are making their house more smarter than what it used to be. I cannot but agree that emerging technology will continue to change the market. And I believe that smart developers must be smart enough to continue to track emerging technology. For example, it will be someone living in the past not to follow Landest and some other emerging providers in that space, and you want to grow in the industry. It will not work for you, because why others are sourcing funds through crowdfunding and other cheap, I use the word cheap because it's quite cheap, but cheaper than going to the bank, right? And you want to continue to embrace going to commercial bank to raise funds for your projects. If you don't leverage on emerging technology, one day you just wake up, you just realize that while other people have crossed, we are still there, eyes closed.
Please, could you please share some key takeaways that you have for real estate developers that are looking to leverage digital transformation to improve their operations and achieve success?
I would like to tell you a story. My uncle used to own the largest and the biggest secretarial school in Lagos many years ago. But when computer came, he did not embrace computer. He said that nobody, no technology can push away manual typewriter. In less than 3 years, he was out of business totally. And today, you only see those typewriters in the museum. But you just want to have it and to show your children as artifacts. It's simply any developer that is not embracing technology today will become S developer. And at every level of the value chain, there is always a space for you. So you don't have to invest 100 million at once into technology. So some are just based on subscription and as low as $10, some $100, some 5,000, some $20,000. But it is very, very important to get into the space, to enter into the space, and continue to ask questions. You need to continue to ask questions and continue to engage. Developers have to continue to attend webinars, seminars, workshops. It's opportunity to learn. It's opportunity to widen your perspective on your perception of the market. For me as national president of the Real Estate Developers of Nigeria, I continue to announce at our meetings and I continue to tell developers that please don't be left behind. Jump into the bus. Jump into that bus now. Because if you don't join that bus now, you are going to be left behind. And it's not going to be good for your business.
How would you encourage real estate developers to embrace digitalization with a product like Landest?
Landest is coming with products that we need. Any products that has to do with real estate financing, crowdfunding, purchase management that Landest is bringing, automatically they won't struggle to be embraced. I'm going to subscribe to it personally, and I'm going to encourage other developers to subscribe to Landest. Here to the Landest team, I want to tell them the market is competitive and they should try as much as possible to give us a product that is competitive, that is good, that solves our problems, and that is not too expensive for us to subscribe to. And we also like to encourage them to be resilient, because when a product is coming into the market, they have a high hope about the acceptability of the product, but at times it may take time. So ensure that they are resilient and they are committed to delivery of value.
All right. So thank you very much, esteemed sir, for that very valuable lecture and the insights that you provided. Esteemed Mr. Akintoye, I'm sure you can still hear us, sir. Sir, you're muted. If you're speaking, you're muted.
Yes, I can.
Okay, beautiful. So, sir, I think we're jumping right into the question and the answer segment at this time, and I think I would go first, but just before we jump into that, so the modalities for asking questions is you raise your hand on the Google Meet menu options. There's an option for you to raise your hand. So once you raise your hand, we'll identify that you have a question, and then we'll call for you to unmute and go ahead and ask your question. But I think I would like to jump right ahead. During your lecture, you said something about, trust and credibility, especially for the diaspora market. You mentioned that the diaspora market and diaspora remittance, especially in the real estate space, contributes to a high level, a high quota of revenue within the space. So you talked about trust and credibility. So I would like to ask, what more would you say to a developer who still is not embracing digital platforms to set themselves aside, to distinguish themselves in the space and in the market? I would just like for you to just extend more knowledge in that area, sir.
Thank you so much. Important question. Trust, credibility is a universal language. It's not just about our country. It's not about developers in Nigeria, and it's something that has to be embraced by everyone. For people that are in the diaspora markets, you will agree with me that many of them have suffered in the hands of not just developers, but even in the hands of friends, family members that have in one way or the other duped them in the past. And from a personal experience, once you are trustworthy, I can assure you that you're going to have uh, more clientele than somebody that's not trustworthy. So digital tools has come in not to make people to be trustworthy as it were, but has thrown more light that is now even making people, compelling people to demonstrate and to show that they have to be trustworthy in handling of transactions. Because today there is no hiding place. There is no hiding place. What we are doing here today, I'm in Abuja, but somebody in Australia is listening to me. Another guy in Brazil can just dig out my profile, can publish my name. If I've done well, you can just announce it. And if other way around, you can announce it, you know. So people are being compared. So it will be in the interest of everyone to be trustworthy. And if you are not, you also have to be, you are going to face the music. And this is what digital tools have helped us to achieve easily. 30 years ago, I've been doing business, I've been in the sector for over 30 years. And I can say this, that even when you dupe somebody in Lagos, the same street, the same location, your neighbor will not even know. But today, you can't try that. You can't try. I'm not saying that digital tools has completely eradicated fraud, but what I'm saying is that it's having serious impact, and I think developers, entrepreneurs, they are now much more conscious about their integrity and about their. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, while you were speaking, that brings to mind one of the cases that we heard of for privacy. I won't mention the name of the development agency. So they had some estates that they were selling off. And then they had customers make deposits, some from the diaspora market. And at the end of the day, they had some issues, and then people were claiming, subscribers were claiming that they paid XYZ amount of money that was, not up to the actual amount of money that they paid. So there was even fraud, because you spoke about fraud on the agency part or the development or the developer side, but there's also fraud on the subscriber side. So in this case, subscriber was claiming, I paid you more money, and then developer was saying, no, you didn't pay me up to this, and so because there was no digital system to capture that data and reflect it in a way that is transparent enough for everybody that sees it, it was questionable, and so they had to go to court, and it was a long process, which at the end of the day puts the development agency or firm in a very difficult position, because that dragged for some time and it affected trust. People were publishing all manner of things about them, even things that were true and the ones that were not true. So I just thought to buttress, what you just shared with us about how key and vital that is. So at this time, maybe we'll open the floor to two or more questions from our attendees. So if you have a question, please just raise your hand and we'll take your question at this time. Okay, so I can see one hand raised. I can see, okay. Okay. All right. So would let's take a question from we'll take a question from Adikemi Adeleke.
All right. Good morning, sir. Thank you for this wonderful insight. So my question goes: how can companies leverage data and analytics more effectively to improve their operations and client service?
Okay, thank you, Adekemi. I think I will try, but I think Travis will also
Yes, sir.
in that. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a developer, and if there is something that I always want to do is customer satisfaction, because when you have good customer base and your customer base, you have satisfied customers, you will remain in business for a longer time. Digital tools have come in a way to help us. Let me give you low-hanging fruits. Digital tools today remind us of important dates in the life of our customers. Let's start with their birthday, the birthday of their spouses, the birthday of their children. So when you capture this information and on your birthday, you are receiving message from a company that you've patronized in the past. It reminds you automatically that that company still have you in mind and at heart. If you want to do business, you are going to do, or you want to recommend somebody that needs their services, you are going to easily recommend them. Also, in the area of accounting package, just like uh, the issue that Travis just referred to, we have accounting package or packages that are handy today that reduce the issue of disagreements on payments. So if I forget, computer will not forget. Computer will capture it. Even if I don't write it well, computer will help me to write it well. And when we're talking about customer satisfaction, the engagement is more robust today, because in my organization, we have a customer service person that monitor reviews. So we can always get in touch with customers on their reviews and ensure that we ask credible questions. And where we are short of performance, we improve. And I think that cut across. So the extent to which digital tools can help business is like it's so wide, so huge. You know, you can't just even. I've not even scratched it. But let me leave the floor to Travis to come in. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. That was very relevant. I think this brings me to a very key part of our webinar, which is just a brief product demo of Landest. At the beginning of the conversation, we mentioned that Landest primarily designed to provide purchase management financing solutions, and then of course agency operations management for development firms. So as it stands, you're looking at three core areas, which is very impactful, relevant to the entire business, of an agency. So just a minute, please. Okay. All right, so I just want to ensure that you have clear access to the screen that is being shared. So just give us a minute to rectify that really quickly. Okay, so I think I'll just proceed. All right. So we did mention that for Landest, the Landest is designed in such a way that you are positioned rightly to set yourself aside within the real estate market. So Landest provides the infrastructure for you to have a dedicated agency mobile application. And so on your agency mobile application, your customers are able to manage, view a list of available properties. So when you have new offerings, it's like your own personal marketplace. So that streamlines your marketing operations, that streamlines your field agent management. So you're telling them, hey, our customers, both home and abroad, this is part of data analytics or part of data management. Our customers, both home and abroad, on our application, you're able to see all our available estates, our estates that are being developed, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, an interesting part of it, which is the purchase management side, also enables the customer right from where they are to make a purchase or an initial deposit for a property. And so within that module as well, if you can see the screen clearly, you would also see that you can also manage a list of available payment plans or payment options. Of course, we know that there are some properties that the payment plans, you have an initial deposit and then you have the rest spread across a duration of time. All of that is captured again within your agency's mobile app. So you have that captured, and then your customer can select and go ahead to select a payment method, whether it's a bank transfer, whatever the option is. They make a transfer straight to your company account, and then it is captured within the mobile app. So for that customer, any day, anytime, anywhere, on their mobile app by your agency, they can see their property, they can see, will come here, they can see their available payments, they can see their upcoming payments. For example, on this screen, you can see it's a 3-bedroom penthouse. You can see the total outstanding. Now, this is for the customer. Because prior to now, your accounting usually will be on your own end, but now your customer is able to manage that, and that brings a lot of transparency and credibility. And then, of course, it improves your buying experience for the developer and, of course, for your customer to a great level. So then you have repayment amount, and the customer can directly trigger a payment from their mobile app, make a bank transfer, and it's captured on the application. So you can see the track record of payments and transactions that have happened on that property that is being purchased by the customer. Now, this is still on the purchase management side. Then, of course, you have the investment management. Within the investment management side, you are able, or rather customers are able, this is okay on two sides, just to provide structured clarity. You're looking at financing options. During the lecture, the esteemed president of Redan mentioned that it is no more sustainable as it used to be to get financing as a developer from the banks. Why? Because the cost of finance is over 40%. And then, of course, it now brings to mind the opportunity of the private sector. So how do we engage the private sector as a development agency to get finance? There are lots of people who want to invest in real estate, and with your agency mobile application powered by Landest, you are able to do that. And so on your application, anybody, both the middle class one, the students, the students somewhere in Unilag or somewhere in any school across the country, both internally and externally, can be able to select any available investment portfolio that is available on your app, and then they can proceed to look at the investment detail with a fraction. During the lecture, Mr. Dewey mentioned there's somebody somewhere who has 1 million he's not going to use in the next 2 years. There's someone somewhere who has 500,000 he's not about to use. So these are long-term investment channels, but then with a platform like this, you're able to harness that. And then, of course, with our partnership and engagement with Zenith Bank, funds are insured, and then there's a structure to that. So, because of time, we would still have developers are encouraged to book a session, book a demo session where this can be looked into extensively, so you can see the in and out and understand exactly what it is. But I just thought to, highlight some of the data-related aspect based off on the attendee's question and how that can change the game. Part of what you also get with Landers is the back office portal, the developer portal, which you can use to manage your entire operations, manage your entire properties, manage your entire investors, track upcoming investments, payouts, ROIs, and the rest of that. It's a robust system, and that's why we call it an operating system for real estate developers. So to break it down, as a key takeaway, with Landers, you're looking at two major things. You're looking at, I'm improving the buying experience for my customer. I'm expanding my brand within the market, within the industry, both for local customers and the diaspora market. And then at the same time, you're also giving access to financing options. There are other functionalities that are available within Landers that was not mentioned during the course of this brief presentation. So things like mortgages and housing funds, we're having partnerships, we're currently having engagements for partnerships with mortgage institutions and housing fund agencies. Why? So that when the customer knocks at your door as a developer, you have financial options available to them. So in as much as they are bringing money, but then at the same time, you can also tell them, hey, there's a mortgage bank that can give you XYZ amount of finance at XYZ interest rate. So that brings you as a developer, to a high level of operation, and also makes it easy both for your subscribers, for you, to reduce the friction in business transactions and your operations generally. So with that being highlighted, I think I would like to go right ahead to the CTA. So maybe let's call on Mr. Clinton to please go ahead and give the CTA. Then we'll hear from OTEM concerning the giveaways for our attendees.
All right, thank you very, very much, Mr. Travis, and thank you so much, Mr. Akintoye, for that very enlightening lecture. And to all our attendees, thank you for waiting around till this time. To access Landest right now, you have to join the wait list. And to do that, you can go to www.landest.co www.landest.co, not com, but co, co. So when you get to the website, you can see on the button there, it's displayed on the screen. You click on the button and join the wait list. Everything that has been described and a lot more is available on this product. You can book a demo session where we'll walk through all of that in much more in-depth analysis for you. But there is just a whole lot more available for you to jump on Landest. Talk about fractional ownership of assets, locking investments, attracting investors from every walk of life. There are so much, stuff that this product gives to you as a real estate developer, an agency. So go ahead, go to the website www.landest.co. Click on the join the wait list. Pop in your details there, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much, Travis.
All right, so thank you very much for that. So please, it's also imperative. We'll still take one more question, but I just wanted to capture some of these details. It's also imperative that you also note that for a product like this, just like the esteemed president of Redan said, he said we need to have products that are affordable. So Landest is extremely affordable. And again, the whole idea is to support the space. There's a lot of development in terms of housing provisions that we can make and we can have. And that's why there needs to be a solid synergy between financial technology companies, and not just financial technology companies, but also technology service providers, with existing developers, and we're looking forward to more of those partnerships. So just as the esteemed president also encouraged, developers are encouraged not to shy away from it. Don't think that, oh, maybe because you are not a tech savvy person, you should hide away from technology. The market is saturated. The real estate sector is saturated. Almost everybody's coming out with new estates that are being built. How do we distinguish ourselves? How do you distinguish yourself as a developer? Technology does that for you. Technology does that for you. So at this time, we'll take one more question, and then we'll hear from Oten. So maybe before we do that, Oten, let's hear from you, because I know we have a gift for our attendees. So you just talk briefly about that, then we'll take a final question as we round up. So before we also do that, we're going to have more of this webinar. So this is just the first commemorative webinar. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll still have another one. And of course, we're very excited that still Mr. Nkitoye is a part of the family. And so you'll be seeing more and more of him as we proceed. All right, so Oten, over to you at this time.
All right, so thank you for attending our webinar. We really do appreciate, and we did promise that we're going to do a giveaway. So we're a company who stands by our word. So we're going to be, in collaboration with Sure Gift, we're going to be giving out a voucher to the first external who joined into the webinar and stayed to the end. So that is Henry Coco Basi. Congratulations to you. If you don't mind, please can you drop your email address in the in-call messages, and we'll be getting in touch with you after this session.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's take one more. Can we take one more? Okay, I think we'll just have a closing remark from Mr. Nkitoye. So, Mr. President, sir, can we have maybe a closing remark from you as we round off?
Okay, thank you everyone for attending this webinar. I want to believe that you have been able to add more to knowledge through our brief discussion this morning. And I want to congratulate Landest for their inaugural webinar. And please ensure you sustain it and don't be discouraged. Webinars in this part of the world, when you start, you may not be having the crowd, but when you sustain it and people are gaining value from it, I'm sure that you will continue to get the traction that you are expecting. And also, Landest has come with value, and ensure that the value proposition that you are bringing to the market will get even far beyond our expectation. So congratulations, and thank you so much for having me. Thank you,
Thank you
audience.
very much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Do have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you. Cheers.